You've come to the right place to figure out what are the best gel top coats and what they do to give you a beautiful set of nails. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video. Hello, my beautiful nail babes and nail friends. Welcome back to the channel where I'm Lena the Nail Authority, where I teach you how to do your nails through education, demonstration, and application. So today we are going through the best gel top coats and what they're used for. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So we have a series of different gel coats here, gel top coats, and I want to show you. I know you're like, girl, woo, you got a whole lot of them. I do, but all of them. But just hang in there because all of them have different things that I use them for, that I have found the greatest application for, so that you are not wasting your money going to find the best top coat that is for the application that you need it for. All right, so here I'm going to go through the names of them, and then we're going to kind of go one by one, because some of y'all are looking for a specific top coat, and or you may be using a gel top coat and you're wondering why it's cracking all over your nail polish, and that's because you don't know about your top coats. So I want to help you out today. So let's go through each of them, and then we'll go one by one so that you can know exactly what the uses in that are for. So the first one is Kokoist, which is the ultra glossy non-wipe top coat. Poochie's Nails, this one is the Magic Gel Hyper Tackless Shine top coat. You do need a license to be able to purchase Magic Gel. They are a Canadian brand. This is the iGel Beauty no wipe, no cleanse top coat. The Young Nails Ultimate Finish Gel, the Outshine no wipe top coat. The V Beauty Pure no wipe top coat. The DND top coat. Gelcare, which is a newer brand for me. And then last but not least, we have the Accents Luxio Top Gloss. All right. So the first top coat we're going to talk about is Kokoist. This is one has actually very quickly become one of my very favorite top coats. One of the reasons is because this top coat is ultra glossy. It's non-wipe. It keeps it shine for a long time. Now, one thing I want to warn you about this top coat is I found that it takes a little bit longer to soak off, but I am a file off gel tech, so it doesn't take me too long. But if I did decide to soak off, it takes a smidge longer to come off the nail, or basically soak off the nail. It has about what I say a mid viscosity, because it's like it's not quite low, but it's like in between a low and a medium. So for those of you who don't know, viscosity is basically the flow of a material or liquid in this case, okay? So I want to show you all how the viscosity is, whether it's low. If it's a low viscosity, that means it flows very fast. If it's high viscosity, that means it's thicker, okay? So hopefully you understand that now, so that when I say low or mid or high viscosity, you'll know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. With Kokoist, I have been able to use this over soft gel polish. I have been able to use this over acrylic, and I have been able to use this over hard gel with no problems. I do not use this to encapsulate things like chunky glitter. You can encapsulate a fine glitter with Kokoist. Does have a beautiful brush on the inside, so I'll show you where you can get you can see that you can get pretty close to the cuticle in that and not have to worry too much about flooding out the cuticle based on the way that the brush is made. One of my very, very favorite top coats. The second top coat that I like to use is from Poochie's Nails, okay? If you go to nailartboutique.com, you can find Poochie's Nails, who is an amazing nail artist and nail tech that is, I believe, out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. Very shiny top coat. This top coat has a low viscosity, okay, baby? It's thin. Now, you need to know this. You can put this on a nail that has some scratches in there, but you might have to do 2 coats to make sure that you're really covering the nail. But my goodness, when you cure this for 120 seconds, high shine, baby. High shine. You're going to love this top coat. The third top coat that I have is from Magic Gel. Now, you do need a license, but I'm going to tell you exactly why I love this top coat. It is the Tackless Hyper Shine top coat, okay? It is a soak-off top coat. You can put it over gel polish. Of course, you can use it over top of acrylic and hard gel in that as well. Now, the thing about this particular top coat is that it too has a little bit of a lower viscosity to it, which means it kind of flows very fast. Now, I like to use this for stamping, okay? This is very, very good for stamping. So for those of you that are stampers, you know that sometimes when you have a top coat, it has a tendency to pit, which means you'll see little spaces in the nail where you try to polish over your stamping. This goes over beautifully and will not chip off. Some other top coats will chip off over the top of your stamping because the top coat kind of doesn't get down in the grooves in that the way you would actually want them to. Next up, the iGel Beauty Top Coat. Now, this top coat does not like to go over a super slick surface, which is kind of the nature of gel, okay? So you ain't know that gel doesn't like to stick to shiny surfaces. Got to have a little grip, a little oomph to it, okay? And this is the iGel Beauty. So you have to forgive me, your girl is working tech, so I wipe myself down all the time. So yeah, the new one did not come in time, and baby, we had to get this video up. So here we are. But this top coat you can get for like, I think it's like 2 of them for $10 off of Amazon. I'll make sure to probably link something in the description box for you to be able to purchase it. This is a no wipe top coat, which means as soon as it comes out of the lamp, you do not have to wipe it off. It does not leave a sticky or inhibition layer, like I said. But I don't like to use it for clients that I know are going to be away for about 6 to 8 weeks, because sometimes I do see that they come back with some chipping. Positives for this: you can chrome over top of this top coat. I found at about 20 to 25 seconds, you can get that high shine mirror shine on the top coat. If you cure it all the way to 60 seconds for whatever else, even if you wipe it with alcohol and try to go back in and chrome it, it seems like not to want to let the chrome stick. So for those of you that are on a budget, here you go, the iGel Beauty Top Coat. We have the Young Nails Ultimate Finish Gel. This too is a no wipe top coat, which means comes out the lamp. You ain't got to wipe it off. You don't got to worry about it sticking to your finger, or y'all thinking that the top coat hasn't cured because you're feeling the sticky layer over the top. It's cured. It's very cured. Now with the Young Nails Ultimate Finish Top Coat, it is a thicker gel, okay? She a little bit thick, but I will tell you that if you have glitter, she's about, I'm gonna say a medium viscosity. Now, if you have glitter over your nails, you can use this to kind of float over the top of the nail. If you got a little lumpy bumpies from when you polish your nails, you can put this over it and it will smooth the nail right over. Love it because Young Nails also usually does a lot of sales in that. You don't need a license. A perfect top coat to just go over. You can chrome over top of this. The trick with this though is that once it comes out the lamp at about 30, maybe 35 seconds, you got to let it cool, wipe it down with some alcohol, okay? Let that alcohol dry, then you go in with your chrome. Then you can go in with the chrome, okay? So that's the way you want to use the Young Nails Ultimate Finish. The Outshine No White Gel Top Coat. This is from the company Profiles Backstage. Wonderful top coat if you were just looking for like something that's a little more budget, or maybe you're just on their website, because boy, y'all know, I'm trying to buy nail stuff. It's like, goodness, y'all don't want me to buy $100 worth of stuff before I can get free shipping. And I'm like, just in case you are shopping on their website, then you will at least be able to know, oh, I can pick that up because it's a decent top coat, or it's not, ain't no decent, it's a good top coat. It is very good top coat in that. It has a low viscosity, will polish beautifully over the nails. I will tell you though, these ones that are lower viscosity, if you don't paint fast, baby, it will flood the cuticle. So make sure when you're polishing that nail is pointed down when you're polishing for the top coat. If not, it will run all into the cuticle on you. All right, just an overall good one. Do not use this directly. I don't personally like to use it directly on acrylic, especially the acrylic has a lot of scratches and stuff in it, because then I notice I have to do at least 2 layers of the top coat. The V Beauty Pure No Wipe Gel Top Coat is a good top coat as well. So when I have, looked up and I've been low on other top coats, I can always go to this as my backup. But I noticed that for me and my clients, I noticed at about the 2.5 week mark, the shine starts to go away. Now, I don't mind using this because it still cures very good on the nail, easy to soak off, and is a readily acceptable or readily available top coat to people, so that, you can purchase this when you're purchasing all your acrylics and your glitters and everything else and your paints from V Beauty Pure, that their top coat is a good option as well. The D&D Top Coat. Now, the D&D Top Gel, let me tell you, I have loves and hates with this top coat. Now, I do not mind because this one has a low viscosity. Again, this is not a top coat that I would use to like help encapsulate things like glitter or bigger charms and things like that. But it is a good top coat that'll give you a shine. Problem is, I have noticed that this top coat does not like to play with a lot of other gel polishes. What you should know is the nature of the game, because the way the chemists formulate products is for them to play with their own. They're trying to encourage you to stay within their lines, spend some money here, okay? So with the D&D top coat, very good top coat. Like, say you can't get anything else, and maybe your local beauty supply only has D&D, you will do very well with the D&D top coat. It's just that for me, I found it pretty much only likes to play with the D&D gel polishes. I can use them on other ones if I wipe off, like if you have a gel polish, okay, say you done painted them nails red, baby, or black, or for my dark Dorothy's, you done painted them black or very blue that's as deep as the bottom of the ocean, baby. You would need to, when it pulls out the lamp, you have an inhibition layer. You want to wipe off that sticky layer. Then you go in there with D&D if you are not using D&D polishes, okay? So hopefully you understood that. And we also have Gelcare, which is a newer brand to me that I have been using, and I've actually really been enjoying their products. So for those of you who didn't know, they are a brand that is out of, I believe it's Montreal, Canada, but it has been very, very good at providing a high shine, exceptional good wear. Again, I don't really put this over gel. You know, it has a low viscosity in that literally just goes over the nail very beautifully. You do need to make sure, I personally make sure I cure every one of my top coats 120 seconds. It's just something about getting 2 rounds in 60 seconds that, baby, you get that really high shine on your nail. It's a beautiful top coat, no wipe as well, can soak off, so Gelcare. And we also have Luxio Gloss, okay? Now, Luxio Gloss, you do need a license for this, but this is a company accident. See, my job, no, y'all like, you gonna show me something I gotta have a license for? Because you might be out there. Maybe you switching from being a serious do-it-yourselfer that you like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go to nail school. I think I'm gonna, you know, turn this into my side hustle, my gig, my second career. You need to know what else is out there, okay? So this top coat is thicker, okay? Has that medium, almost close to, I'm gonna say mid, between medium and high viscosity, okay? It's a gloss, shiny baby. However, I will tell you that when you put this on, you definitely wanna float it on, and then you wanna wait for the streaks to kind of even out on the nail, especially if you're encapsulating stuff. But this stuff works beautifully, Now, I'm gonna show you this because I don't have the big jar of this, but I have the little jar of this, and I'm like, because I actually gave it away to somebody, not realizing that I thought I was giving them base, and I wasn't. I was giving them a jar of gloss. But anyway, this is the Young Nails gloss. This thing, like, so let me show you. It comes in a pot, so don't be scared of the stuff that's in the pot. She is thick, baby. You can see from the side, she is flowing kind of slow. She flows. But this stuff is amazing if you want to encapsulate stickers. If you have, you know, some little shells or something that you're trying to put on the nail, you got big chunky glitter, you want to invest in the Young Nails gloss and then cure it for 120 seconds. This one is a hard gel, which basically means that you need to soak it off. Do not put this directly over gel polish, especially really on a natural nail. Now, if it's on gel polish, a top of like acrylic in there, you can get away with that. But if it's on top of your natural nail and you don't have like a gel, you know, structured gel manicure button, this is gonna crack on you. It's gonna crack on you, and then you're gonna be mad wondering why your top coat cracked on you, not knowing that it's or you're going to go soak your nails off, wondering why they won't come off. It is a hard gel, which means you have to file it off, but it is amazing for getting rid of the rim around stickers and things like that, so that you don't see that outline. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You pull a sticker off and you put it on your nail and it look like a sticker. Nobody needs that in their life. We're trying to avoid all of that. We have the Young Nails stain resistant gel top coat. Okay, this and my next top coat are two of my favorite top coats that I love to use over top of, because most of the polishes I use, I have a lot of soak off polishes, but I noticed that I tend to migrate towards the hard gel polishes. So there are hard gel polishes that you have to file off. This is perfect. It's good for hairdressers. I found it's good for my gardeners. It is good for my nurses because it does not, the dye and anything, the ink that gets on top of it does not stick, okay? Stain resistant. Now, if you have people that's hairdressers, make sure that you are polishing not only the top of the nail, but the underside of the nail, because if you don't, the ink is gonna get stuck under the underside of the nail. This too is a hard gel top coat. Do not put this on top of a natural nail polish manicure if you do not have like a structured gel up under it, okay? I would tell you to be careful because this is a hard gel, and with your nail flexing all over the place, this will crack over the top of it, okay? To be safe until you figured out, you know, or you played with, see, I played with all my products, baby. Till you figured out whether or not this can go on your, you know, your gel polishes and that, I would stick to putting this on top of acrylic and hard gel. Try to avoid putting this on anything to do with the natural nail, but it is stain resistant. It does cure with a tacky layer, so when you pull it out the lamp, you're gonna think it's not dry. It is. That's the sticky layer, also called the inhibition layer. You need to wipe that off with some alcohol. Make sure you cure it for 120 seconds. And then when you do, mwah, peace de la resistance, baby. High shine, high shine, high shine. And last but not least, we have the Light Elegance Super Shiny Top Coat. Oh, let me go back because I want to show y'all this. Okay, with the, I know I'm like jumping around a little bit. So with the Young Nails, the stain resistant has, it's pretty fluid. I want to let y'all know it is pretty fluid. It has pretty much a thin viscosity, easy to polish on with, and does not yellow whites. That's an important part. And last but not least, we do have the Light Elegance Super Shiny, which is a hard gel top coat as well. So if you're using hard gel polishes or you're polishing directly over acrylic, you're polishing directly over hard gel, and that is very good. Now, Super Shiny, she a little thick, baby. She a little thick. She, like, to me, a more of a medium viscosity. I can use this to flow over, you know, like stickers and maybe even chucking glitter. It cures with that inhibition layer that you need to wipe off. You definitely want to cure this 120 seconds. And again, don't put this over natural nails. No, 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 no. That's no, she will crack on you, boo. And you do need to file this off. So hopefully you understood that, you know, if it's a hard gel polish, that means you got to file it off. But if it's a soft gel polish, that means that you can soak it off. Hopefully you all learned some things about some top coats today, where to use them, where you can use them for stamping, where you can help use them for encapsulation, which ones are soak off, which ones are not, exactly how long you need to cure them for, even the ones that I even suggested that you can use for chroming applications, so you can get a 2-in-1 out of your top coat. Nevertheless, hopefully you got what you needed today, and you know what it is that I'm about to say, people, and that's this: life is too short to have boring nails, so don't. And